All right, let's dive in. Today we are talking about a totally free tool from Google called Notebook LM that could, and I mean really could, change the way you learn. This isn't just another shiny AI app, folks. It's a seriously powerful assistant built to help you master pretty much any subject, way faster than you ever thought possible. Let's see how this thing actually works.
Okay, quick question for you. How many hours of your life have you wasted manually making flashcards? Or, rereading the same chapter in a textbook over and over again, just hoping the key points will finally stick in your brain? We've all been there. It's this universal struggle for students, for professionals, honestly, for anyone trying to learn something new.
But what if I told you that all of that frustration, all of that wasted time is a thing of the past? Because with a tool like this, those days are absolutely over.
So here's the game plan for this explainer. We'll start with how this tool helps end the cycle of forgetting. Then, we'll see how it becomes your own personal AI tutor. After that, we'll shift how it helps you create, cover some pro-level tips, and finally, look at the serious competitive edge all this gives you.
Okay, first up, the end of forgetting. The biggest challenge in learning isn't just getting the information, it's actually keeping it. Our brains are kind of like leaky buckets, right? We pour all this knowledge in, but so much of it just trickles away. This is all about plugging those leaks with a much smarter way to learn.
So what exactly is Notebook LM? Well, at its heart, it's a free AI assistant from Google. You feed it your stuff, your PDFs, websites, class notes, and it instantly becomes an expert on that specific material. But here's the kicker. Instead of just spitting out a summary, it lets you have a conversation with your documents. It basically turns your notes into a personal tutor you can talk to.
And that brings us to what might be its most powerful feature, acting as your personal AI tutor. This is where the magic really happens. We're talking smart flashcards and quizzes that help you truly master information, not just memorize it.
And you won't believe how simple it is. Step 1, you upload your source material. The AI reads and understands it in like seconds. Step 2, you just click the flashcards button and boom, instantly you have a perfect set of study materials ready to go, designed to help you really master the concepts.
Now, let's just compare this to the old way. Traditional flashcards? They're manual, they take forever, they're static, and they mostly just test if you can recall a word. Notebook LM is a whole different ballgame. The flashcards are automatic, they're interactive, and they're adaptive. They don't just ask if you remember a fact, they test if you truly understand the concept behind it. That's a huge difference.
The whole experience just feels like having a personal tutor that never gets tired. If you're struggling with a particular idea, the AI actually notices, and it'll quiz you more on that specific thing until you get it. It's personalized learning at a level we just haven't seen before.
But it doesn't stop at just learning. Now we're going to see how you can go from just being a learner to becoming a creator. And this is all thanks to a wild new feature, AI-powered video overviews.
This quote really sets the scene perfectly. AI is quickly becoming the foundational layer, the literal operating system for how we all work and create. It's not some niche tool anymore, it's becoming central to, well, everything.
So what is this crazy new feature? With one single click, Video Overview grabs your documents and automatically generates a full, narrated video presentation. Seriously, it writes the script, it creates the voiceover, it designs the slides and graphics, all of it, right from the content you gave it. It turns a boring document into a dynamic explainer in seconds. It's insane.
Okay, so you get what it is and what it can do. Now, let's talk about some strategies for power users. These are the pro tips that'll take you from a total novice to an expert with this tool in no time.
First thing to remember, and this is key, the quality of what you get out depends entirely on the quality of what you put in. Garbage in, garbage out. The AI does its absolute best work with clean, organized information. Think PDF textbooks, research papers, and well-structured articles.
And on the flip side, you want to avoid feeding it junk. Random messy web pages that are full of ads, poorly formatted documents, or just simple lists with no context. That's going to give you much weaker results. Clean up your sources first, and the outcome will be amazing.
Here's another great pro tip. Quality over quantity, always. Don't try to create like 100 flashcards from one document. The sweet spot seems to be about 15 to 25 cards per major topic. That's enough to cover the really important stuff without causing total burnout.
Now, for all of you in business, here is a really clever strategy. Go find your competitors' best content, their case studies, their white papers, their strategy guides, and upload them to Notebook LM. It will literally create flashcards that teach you their methods and help you deconstruct their entire playbook. It is an unbelievable way to get a competitive edge.
And that leads us perfectly into our final section, the new competitive edge. Let's talk about the real-world, tangible impact this has on business and, honestly, the future of work itself.
Here's the most important takeaway. We've passed a tipping point. In 2025 and beyond, using AI in your day-to-day workflow, it's not about getting some kind of special advantage anymore. It's the new price of admission, just to stay in the game.
And this isn't just theory. This has a real, measurable return on investment. For example, one agency started using NotebookLM quizzes for their new hire training, and they cut their onboarding time in half, from 6 weeks all the way down to just 3. That is a massive impact from a tool that costs nothing.
And that's really the bottom line here. This isn't just some gimmick to help you study faster. When you can get your team up to speed in half the time, understand your competition strategy inside and out, and master new skills whenever you want, you are gaining a massive competitive advantage that you simply cannot buy.
So look, the AI revolution is here. It's happening right now. Your competitors are already using these tools. The only question left is, are you going to be the one leading the change, or are you going to be the one struggling to catch up? The future really does belong to those who adapt the fastest.